Hey, Erin.
Hi.
Hey, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. How are you?
Good. You look great.
Oh, thanks. I turned 50 this year, so
Seriously?
things are happening. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you look great. Yeah, I
Oh,
figured you were about
thanks
my
for saying
age.
that.
I'm 51,
Okay.
and
Yep, we're right.
I don't think I've seen you in, it's got to be at least 5 or 6 years, maybe more. Have you been
Yeah.
doing the Zion show? Or they even do that anymore?
Yes, they actually just sent an email yesterday. It's, I think, November 5th this year. They switched to they're doing it every other year now.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Um,
Okay.
but I think I saw you at one of those pre-COVID. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's been
been
a
a
while.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
still love my little paintings. I wish I could afford big paintings from
Yeah.
yours,
Me
but
too. Yeah.
I know, I bet. Oh, but you've got them behind you. Those little guys right there. I've got
Yeah.
four of those,
Yeah, I know.
and
Yeah,
I
your last one was
freaking
that
love them.
the little the little bunt cake is
You
I think my
remember
favorite thing.
that?
I do remember that. I remember what people buy. Yes.
That's amazing. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Especially
Yeah.
because you produce so many of those.
Yeah. I do. Like I can't remember my neighbor's name or what I had for dinner last night, but I can remember when I see you, I can remember what you've bought. It's weird.
That is
Yeah.
weird. You know, I have the same
Yeah.
thing. I can't remember if I look at a word and the spelling of that word and then turn the page and try and remember it and write it down, I have to
Yeah.
turn it back like 15 times.
I know. Same. Same.
But I know exactly to the penny what I spent on something 30 years ago.
Yeah. See, we all have something.
I
We're
know
we're
it's
all
so
we're all
weird.
oddballs.
I know it's so strange. I don't know why that is.
Me either.
Anyway, it's awesome to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Ever since I started this 4 years ago, you've been on my list. So
Oh.
sorry it took so long, but man, there's a lot of great painters out there. So it takes a while to get around.
There are. Well, I'm happy to be on the list and happy to be here. This will be fun.
Yeah, I absolutely love your work. So
Thank you.
it is absolutely my honor. So, all right, we already know you're 51. You born in 75 or
49
50,
and a half.
49 and a half. Sorry,
49 and a half.
I'm 51. You're 50.
Yes.
So you're born in 76.
76. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Where did you grow up?
I grew up here. So I have lived here my whole life. I grew up in Cottonwood Heights, and now I'm in Holiday. So I haven't gone very far.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how did you get into painting? Have you always been an artist?
Yeah. From as early as I can remember, I was always drawing, well, doodling. I guess let's call it doodling because I was young, but
Hmm.
always just drawing from what I remember. And then early, my mom put me in some neighborhood watercolor classes, and my best friend was in there with me, and we did that for years. And she was actually a really knowledgeable teacher. In hindsight, she was the first teacher that told me to not use black. Now
Really?
that's like gone through my whole career. You keep hearing it,
Yeah.
whether it's true or
Wait,
not.
wait, not to get off on a tangent, but do you still not
Yeah,
use black?
I do use black now.
Okay, we'll get into
I
that later. But I was
yeah,
just curious if that
yeah.
stuck.
As in my old age, I have broken a few rules, including starting to use black. But
Yeah, me too.
so yeah, so I thrived in that class, and then I just had really, really amazing teachers my whole life. Like second, third, fourth grade teachers, just at that young age, somebody tells you you're good at art, and I think maybe you become good at art. Or they really did see something in you. But I was so malleable at the time that I just had enough people say that I was special in that way, and they kind of took me under their wings. And so teachers just kept pushing me forward. I think it was in fifth grade, my elementary teacher commissioned me to do a watercolor for her baby's new nursery. Like, I mean, just imagine how that made me feel at
Wow.
whatever age that was. And so these special things just kept happening. Um, and I just always knew that I was going to be a painter. I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't have any
Wait, wait,
structure
wait. You
behind it.
knew you were going to be a painter or you knew you were going to be an artist?
Oh, good question.
Because
Probably,
when I say I don't know what that meant, I literally didn't know. I don't, well, I didn't even comprehend what a painting career looked like. I just assumed I would illustrate children's books or something so I'm
uh,
wondering if you're in the same boat. Did you even know what a fine art career looked like when you were a kid?
not Not one bit.
Okay.
I didn't know a single artist. There wasn't an artist in the family.
Right.
So no, I knew I was going to be an artist, and I don't remember what happened in middle school. That's kind of a blur for some reason. But then high school, I had a couple great teachers. And so I did commercial art and maybe thought that that would be a good way to make money. So I
Hmm.
could have seen me being a commercial artist or an illustrator or something. But then my fine art teacher, Marjorie McClure, who I'm still very close to, again saw something in me and just said, you're doing fine art. This is what we're doing. So I'd skip classes and go to her room and do extra work and did the AP art program and whatnot. And then she said, I had a scholarship to a different school. And she said, no, you need to go to the University of Utah and study with Paul Davis. She said, I see how you think, and he thinks, you guys think similarly.
Mm.
So she said, you got to go to the U. And I did. And I do believe that that's why now I'm a painter. So
Wow. So what
yeah,
years,
teachers.
what years, so you sort of studied on at the heyday at the U,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you probably had, let me think, it would have been Smith. What was Smith's first name?
Tony.
Tony Smith, and then
Hmm.
obviously Paul Davis and John Erickson.
Yep.
Who
And
else did you have?
Dave Dornan.
Oh, you have Dave Dornan
Um,
too? Holy
yeah.
piss.
And Connie Borup.
I'm not familiar with Connie Borup. The name sounds
Sh
familiar, but
yeah, she's lovely.
hmm.
She was a good teacher for me. She taught me a lot about color. She's a great colorist. Um, yeah, so I took from all of those teachers and loved them. Had such a great education. I felt like at the time, but really, really clicked with Paul and took as many classes as I could from him, and just he just could say, I'm not very good with my words when I'm talking about how I think, and he could say it for me. So it was like, hold on, say that one more time, but a little slower. Like I just,
Yeah,
and then it would sink in, and I could, because I think in pieces and that kind of thing. So we just really clicked. So that he's a huge reason why I am doing this, I think. So
really. That's
yeah,
excellent.
yeah,
So what years were you there? Because I don't think I crossed paths with you.
yeah. 94 to 98.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. Did we overlap?
You literally were walking out the door as I was walking in.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah.
I graduated earlier. I would go to the dean and ask if I could take like extra hours.
Uh-huh.
So I graduated a little bit early, but then I got a scholarship that last year, and so I stayed on and just took as many art classes as I could. So I was there and a little extra, but
Are
I just
you
love.
aware that you really did hit the tail end of the University of Utah's, I don't know, legacy, in my opinion?
Yes, because they all started retiring shortly after,
Yeah.
so you just kind of watched it. I was always sad I didn't get to study with Doug Snow. I was sad I'd missed that.
Oh,
But
and Alvin Gittens.
and Alvin Gittins,
You
can you
missed that by a long
imagine?
way. Yeah.
Yeah,
We both did.
yeah. But I always felt it was a gift that my teachers had studied with them. I mean,
Yeah.
you got that carryover because they just thought the world of both of them. But I do realize I was at the heyday, and now I know none of the teachers there. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the university anymore, but
As far as I can
yeah.
tell, it's very different. It's so interesting because it was the early 2000s when the entire art market started opening up to realism again.
Yeah.
When things
Yeah.
started to flip, ateliers started to open up all over. This new appreciation and excitement for realism was coming back. And at that same time, around 2000, the University of Utah decided that they just discovered modernism. I'm like, what the crap are you? You're like 50 years behind.
Yeah.
So
And it was a
now
little out of place, right? Like, where did that come
I
from?
know. Well, now they're steeped in it. As far as I can tell, they're
Ah,
steeped in it. I mean, it's not the same
interesting.
department anymore at all.
Oh, that's too bad. That's
Yeah.
too bad. Because what I liked in hindsight looking back is like they taught me the tools to paint. It wasn't about like the feeling of the painting or like painting, and then all of us could go do whatever we wanted with that.
Right.
But if you have the knowledge under your belt, then you can do that other stuff if you want. But you need the
Yeah.
education first, I think.
Who else
So
did you click with besides oh, I'm drawing a blank. Uh
Paul.
Paul Davis.
Um, I really liked John Erickson's drawing classes. We
He
did. I don't
was
know if we did.
great.
He
Yeah.
was so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the work he's been doing recently is really cool. Um, and I clicked with Dornan too, but it wasn't. it just wasn't that I liked all of the teachers, and I really clicked with Connie Borup. So my last year I did independent study with her,
Mm-hmm.
where there were kind of no rules, no structure, and she just
I gotta
pushed me
look
to,
her up.
yeah,
Connie
you
Borup.
she's just lovely.
How do
She's
you
and
spell it?
Borup.
I don't even know how to spell Connie.
Oh, Connie.
Told you I'm an idiot.
Yeah, like it's spelled.
Borup?
UP. Yeah. So she shows at Phillips Gallery and does like big tonal paintings, big nature tonal paintings.
Oh,
They're
yeah, yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
But her rule for me was just like stop painting exactly like Paul, and I had to go bigger. She made me go big. I was painting like my biggest size was probably 12 inches, and she made me do like 40 by 40. Um, and just kind of don't say no, try new things. She really wanted me to break out of my little comfort zone that I was in.
Yeah, I totally
It was
remember
good for
her
me.
now.
Yeah, aren't those beautiful?
She was, I think, if I remember right, she was just leaving when I was going in.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
And
yeah,
and funny enough, her and Marjorie McClure, my high school art teacher, they were good friends. So again, Marjorie sending me on that path, then meeting Connie and Paul. So it's just all
yeah,
lovely how it all came together.
yeah, you're so lucky. I mean, I
Yeah.
had Paul, but for some reason we didn't sync. I don't know what happened
Uh,
there. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And
It happens.
yeah, I mean, I was hungry to learn from him, but for some reason, I don't know. I'll just leave
Yeah.
it at that. For some reason, I don't think he liked me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There
But
were a couple of other teachers up there that I definitely took their class once. Like, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
if the chemistry is not there, it was a lot harder for me to even pay attention.
yeah.
Chemistry mattered a lot to me. But
I think what it was is I was looking at like John Singer Sargent and Odd
yeah.
Nerdrum and David LaFell,
Mm.
and I think he might have just felt like, well, why aren't you looking at me? You know, I, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but we didn't click, and so I didn't. But he was the last one left, and they were trying to get him out of there. It seemed like.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah.
didn't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes, but it just felt like all this modernism's moving in. We get a new dean in the department, and they're just trying to get rid of him. Plus, he was
Yeah.
getting older.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think
so
he was looking forward to retiring in
yeah,
Keysdale, like some of the others.
but
But
he was an exceptional draftsman. Holy moly.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he for me, he was a good teacher for me in that, like, if I wasn't understanding something, which was often, if I
Yeah.
wasn't understanding something, he could reword it for me, and then, I still had the blank look, and he could reword it again. So I think that's someone that is so good at their craft that has the skills to say, oh, I can explain this three or four different ways because I understand it so well. So that was helpful for me because I
Yeah.
some stuff was slow to get in there. But
Yeah. Yeah. Don't we all feel that way
yeah,
sometimes? You
yeah.
know what the best thing that happened to me up there? It sounds so strange, but I think it was my last year. I never did graduate, but
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I only have 3 credits left. Can you believe that? It's been 20 years.
yeah. I bet no one has ever asked
No one
for
ever
that on
asks.
your
No one ever
resume.
asks. So it was my senior year, and I go to walk into John Erickson's class. At this point, Paul Davis is gone, and
Okay.
John Erickson's all that's left in academic, painting. And so I walk into his class, and you know how he would just stand at the door the first day, and everyone walk past him. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember that, but
yeah.
so I walk past him, and John goes, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm in your class." And he goes, "Just go home and paint. And if you show it to me at the end of the year, and you've really worked, I'll give you an A.
No
I
way.
swear."
Oh, that is remarkable.
And it was so, I mean, it was he. I'll never forget it. In fact, I need to
Yeah,
send him a letter or something, thank him, because I mean, sometimes the best teaching is just knowing what your students need and not throwing
absolutely.
information at them, right? It's just,
Absolutely.
and man, did I need it. That was the best year of my education because I worked my butt off. And by the end of that year, I had a whole body of work,
Wow.
and I wouldn't have had that if it weren't for John doing that. So,
So what'd you do? You truly went back at the end of the year and showed him your body of work?
yeah, well, what happened was he did that. And then I'm like, ooh, can I get my other teachers to do that? So I
Wow.
start going to my other teachers, and I'm drawing blanks on names. The rest of them, it's vague, but
Okay.
um, and they're all like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Just come in every couple months and report back. And so I literally had, I don't know how many credits I had, 12, 15, 18, I don't remember, but it was a full set of credits. And yet I
Cool.
never went to school the entire year,
Wow.
except to report to this teachers. But it all
Yeah.
started with John. I didn't even know it was possible. And John's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Well, and again, I think that's a sign of a good teacher.
It
Like
is.
understanding what your student needs
Yeah,
is so much more important than having the bodies in the room,
it
you know?
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that. I need to get
That's
John
really
on here
cool.
too. I didn't, and I haven't been
Yeah.
following him. So I'll have to look at his new work. I've always liked
Yeah.
his work.
The last time I saw it, it was maybe even pre-COVID. It's been a minute, but it was so different, so unique. I hadn't seen
Yeah.
anything like it. It was pretty outrageous. It was cool.
You know what is great about your work, though, is I mean, I'm not knocking anyone. I think Paul Davis was an exceptional draftsman and painter, but you did acquire some things from him in your kind of broken stroke application, but it's not exactly like his, you know.
No.
It's not at all. I don't even know how to define it. His is almost like mosaic tiles, where yours is much more designed and individual shapes.
Yeah.
And but also your color is so vibrant and rich.
Mm.
And
Thank
I
you.
just think I just love that. I mean, you rose above your education, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like each year that I'm doing this, this is my 21st year since I quit my job to do this full time. So that's
really.
pretty
What was your
rad.
job?
Yeah. I worked retail at a frame shop nearby. And it was supposed to be part-time and I was gonna paint on the side, but I ended up like kind of managing for 6 years.
So you were
And
about
then
28 when you started your career?
yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how old I was.
Oh,
28. Yeah.
gosh, stars. Yeah, so I as when I worked there, I always maintained a studio, like I paid rent on a
Yeah.
studio. But I barely worked, and I was so social at that time. I was dating and just having a lot of fun. I wasn't really focused like after work could go and paint. Um, and so then I got married,
Hmm.
and my husband was just a fan from day one, like knows nothing about art, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Total layman, but loved my work. And so he just, as after we got married, well, from the very beginning, he just kept saying, "You are a painter. You've got to try this. You've got to try it." And I was so scared. But then finally, I quit, and yeah, it's just gotten
Good
better and
for
better.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
yeah.
for
So
you.
his nudge, I don't know that I ever would have been brave enough without his nudge. I like to think I would have, and he thinks I would have, but boy, was that helpful to have somebody saying, "I'll support you. We can do this." Like that was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing. So
it was.
why are you glad he's not a painter?
Oh, I can't imagine being married to an artist. We're the worst. Like all the feelings and all the vulnerability and all the nonsense. Like yeah, he's a general contractor. He's exactly what I need. It's it's I just think all the emotions in the house would be too much, but
Yeah, it's funny you
maybe
should
not.
say that because I was just at the Portrait Society of America conference
Yeah,
and
I saw your stuff.
oh, good. It was
Yeah,
so much fun.
I bet.
Anyway, I was talking to a couple of artists that were married and I asked,
Mm,
because I'm always curious about that, because I don't
yeah,
think I could be married to another artist. It would have to be somebody really special to live with me.
yeah.
So, frankly, my wife has to be really special to live with me, and she's not an artist. But I asked them about it, and they acted like it was bliss, and I just don't get it. I feel like it would be so competitive,
Yes,
and
yes.
so I don't know. Maybe that's just because I have low character, but I would just. Speaking of all the feelings, I mean, what if one of you was just killing it and the other one's just not? That would be so
Oh,
hard.
100%. And when are you ever on exactly the same page and the
Never.
same? Never. And I can't. So I work in my basement, and sometimes like he rarely comes down, but I'll sometimes yell up the stairs like, "Come down and say nice things," like you know, or I'll say, "Come down and help me. Something's wrong," and he can come down and be like, "I don't know. It's that bottom corner. Something's off there." So totally like not expert advice, but it's very helpful sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he knows like if I ask, he can say, but otherwise, no unsolicited comments. He's pretty good
Yeah,
about it.
it took us years. I've been married 29 years this year.
Okay.
It took
Yeah.
us years to figure that out. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew what I needed from day one, but it took my wife years to figure out, just don't say anything until I
Oh,
ask,
yeah, definitely
because
not.
it would throw me in a spiral.
Yes,
Even if
yeah.
I knew
And
she was wrong, I would just go
right.
in a spiral just because she thought it was bad, you know?
Right. The worst is when I ask for like an opinion on like there's a drawing mistake somewhere and he'll point something else out that's like, oh great, like something that wasn't even noodling around in there, and then you're like, oh man. But yeah, he knows the rules now. He's very very good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of construction does he do?
Everything he does, residential, commercial, he kind of does it all.
Is he a
He's
general contractor?
he's a general,
Oh,
yep,
that's awesome.
and he's just on his own right now, which is wonderful. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really cool.
yeah, yeah,
Cool. Okay, so you went to the University of Utah,
yep,
and then you quit at 28. So tell me a
yeah.
little bit about. Well, first of all, we kind of skipped over. When did you realize your version of artist would be painter and not illustrator or something else?
Oh, high school. I think high school.
Oh, okay. So at
So I
that point, you
think
understood what you were aware of this career in high school.
yes, probably because of my teachers, like Marjorie.
Okay.
Um, and career is such a strong word. Like I knew it's what I wanted to do, but I
Yeah.
hadn't like thought, oh, can you make money? Can you do this? Can you do? I had not thought through any of the details, like zero. I had no plan for it. I
Mm-hmm.
just, it's all I knew. It's all I wanted to do. And I never had a plan B. So I'm
Yeah.
like super grateful that it did work out. Like I'm not good at much else.
I don't believe
So
that, but we'll just
yeah.
accept it.
Uh, could I make money gardening? Like, is that a thing? Can I? Um, but I didn't have a plan B. So I don't know where that confidence came from, but it's not like I was like, oh, I'm good enough that I can go out and make money and I can have this path. It was just like, I just want to paint. So I wish I was a deeper thinker than that, and I thought it all through. But I just was like, oh, I think the only reason I was leaning towards commercial is because it sounded more like a job.
Yeah.
It sounded less made up than painting. But then when Marjorie made me feel so special, and the other teachers, and it was like, oh no, you need to go be a painter.
Hmm.
So I just went for it. And it took years to figure out what that meant. That is one thing that I would complain about my education at the U was that they taught you how to paint, but then they just sent you on your way. Like, teach me how to photograph my work, or teach me how to approach a
Yeah.
gallery, or teach me how to pay taxes. I mean, things like that. Like any other field, I feel like they would have set you up a little bit better. But I didn't know one thing about business when I started.
Yeah, I know.
And
Isn't
that's
that
kind of a fail
wild?
on their part.
Yeah, why don't they have
Well,
business classes for
I don't know.
artists?
I have no idea. And maybe they've started that now because it's it's kind of setting you up for failure. Like here you've planned on being a painter and you're going to go out there, but if you don't have a support system, how quickly would you not survive that? I don't know.
I've been doing Jeff's online mentorship program for about a year now, and it is awesome. Everything is online, super streamlined. If you can be there, I mean, you have the ability to talk to him once a week and he can review your work and help you. If you can't be there, it's pre-recorded. You can go back and even re-watch things if you missed something during class or couldn't be there. So the online portion of it is almost better than real life because you can always go back to it, which is awesome. The demos are recorded. It's just like all available whenever you need it. And I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and my time is limited, and it's also very interrupted. And so to be able to go back has been clutch for me. And you get to work with Jeff HEIN, who's awesome. He's tough. The assignments are simple, but difficult, and they're difficult to make us all better. And he's able to give us these assignments, coach us through it, help us stay excited to progress. And so it's just been a great experience. I am so grateful that he has been willing to take time away from his own art to offer all of us to have it. So if you're thinking about doing it, it's amazing.
To learn more about how you could have me as a personal mentor, check out the link to HEINatelier.com in the show notes or video description.
It's kind of bananas to me, but
Well, I'll take it one step further. When I was there, I don't know if it was like this for you, but when I was there, they told us it couldn't be done. So not only did they
Oh,
didn't tell us how to do it, they told
yeah.
us it can't be done. Every
Wow.
teacher, it can't be done, it can't be done, it can't be done. They would say we haven't done it, therefore you can't do it.
Okay.
You know?
And I think because I saw them doing it, I guess, but they were teaching too. So I don't know what I thought of that, but I definitely didn't get the impression that nobody could do it.
Yeah,
But
that's great.
remember foundation where like you didn't even paint for the first year and
Yeah,
that's where they were trying so hard to weed you out.
yeah,
I do remember that. Like they did not want you to make it through foundation. And if you did, then you could be one of them.
yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I haven't thought about that in years. I remember
Yeah.
finally getting through and being like, I made it.
Yeah. I know. Can I paint now? Can I get my brushes out
Exactly.
now?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. It's kind of cool to talk about that with someone who's been to the U. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, our experiences were so different, but it's
Yeah.
still
Did you
the
ever
same
go
school.
do the helper workshops?
Never
To,
did. No, like I
okay.
said, I didn't click so much with Paul,
Yeah.
so it didn't
Yeah.
seem. And I didn't know David Dornan, he'd already retired.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, the only one that was left was Paul.
Okay.
So a
Yeah.
few people in my class did though, that really clicked with him, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
That
assuming
is,
you did.
I did, and I really enjoyed those. It was such a steal at the time too. It was 8 days for 8 full credit hours, and it was $800.
That's crazy.
It was really cool, and it was just like eat, drink, and sleep with everybody. It was so immersive that I found it was kind of bonding, and also you learned so much, and it was a lot of fun. It was really fun.
God, I should have gotten I should have I should have started sooner. I mean, not that I had that option, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's really
But
cool.
I always think like not once. I mean, people will ask like how I got started and if I went to school or not, but not one time has it mattered that I graduated or
No,
not.
no one cares.
And sometimes like people are even more proud of people that are self-taught, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. But
Yeah, except no one's self-taught.
that's true.
I mean,
That's true.
I even say I'm kind of self-taught, but I hope people understand what I mean is I was taught by teachers through books and videos and YouTube and whatever.
Right. Yeah,
But
you didn't make it all. You didn't
no,
start it.
yeah, I didn't start with cave wall drawings and work my way
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Well, okay, so after when you were 28 and you quit, tell me about what that was like.
It was terrifying, absolutely
Yeah.
terrifying. So I'd been away from school, and I got so much from feedback and praise and grades, like tangible grades. I could get an A, like that meant so much to me. I loved school for the structure and the feedback of it. And
Yeah.
so being away from school for over 6 years, not having any feedback. And then I didn't have a body of work. I only had student work
Hmm.
and because I hadn't painted much during that break. And so I took a whole year without selling or showing or anything and just painted to build up a body of work. And then I started applying to local shows. Like my first show was the Utah Arts Festival and
You
then
did
Park
the
City Art.
festival?
I did it for like 4 or 5 years.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
It was so wonderful and so grueling. Like they're really hard. It's outdoors. It's
Oh
hard.
yeah.
But boy, did it fill me up. Like I'm such an extrovert that it was like 4 days of people coming by and saying nice things. And I mean, it was really rewarding for me. But so after that year, I started applying and I got into all the things. And so my very first show was the Utah Arts Festival. And this is no lie, I've told this story before, but I was sincerely wishing for an accident. I wanted to fall down the stairs and not die, but just get hurt badly enough that I couldn't do the show. But I wasn't canceling. It's because I fell down the stairs. Like I was so scared that I just didn't want to do it, but I didn't want to bail out. So I was that scared. And so we set up the morning and it's about to open and my husband goes to leave me and I get this lump in my throat and
Oh,
I'm obviously going to start crying and he just backs away like I gotta go. And then the show opened and within 15 minutes someone bought my first painting and it was she goes to write me a check. We were still writing checks then. she goes to write me a check, and it was another artist. Her name was Sue Valentine, and I just happened to know who she was. But that
Wow.
made me feel so amazing. And so I went behind my tent. I still get like a little fluttery about it, but I went behind my tent and called Blake and just said, I'm gonna be okay. I sold my
Aw.
first piece. And then like over those 4 days, I won best of show. I almost sold out.
Whoa.
It was crazy. I was priced so low. Like you don't want to almost sell out. Things were obviously too inexpensive, but
Yeah.
so validating. And then I just like, it was my first glimpse of like, maybe I can do this. And then I had Park City 2 months later. So I was painting like crazy. I went and picked up anything that was anywhere that I could show and sell. And then I won best of show at that
Are you
festival.
freaking kidding me? You're tearing it up.
No, I know. And it felt like that. It just, and it's exactly what I needed. I was, again, I was so insecure, so vulnerable.
Are there
And had I
pictures
not,
of you? It would be so cool to see pictures of you at the
oh, I was
event.
so young. Yeah, yeah. I can look on my phone. I'm on
I
my desktop.
wonder. While you're talking, I'm gonna Google it
Yeah,
and see if I can find any. So this would have
yeah.
been like, if you were 28, it would have been like 2002. Oh, it was
No,
06.
'06. Yeah. Because I got married in '03. Then I painted, quit. Then yeah. So I think '06 was my first festival.
Okay. Yeah, you can go.
But
Yeah, keep
yeah,
telling me about it. I'm gonna look it up though.
I look like a baby. And anyway, so it gave me that. It gave me the boost that I needed again to just, instead of like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if to, oh my gosh, I think I can do this.
Oh
And that was
yeah,
such
you
a
had to have felt like you were on
transition.
cloud nine.
Oh, I was giddy. Like I was just giddy. And then also panicked because I didn't have any work again. But I mean, I was just so happy to be painting. And when I quit my job,
Yeah.
I really treated it. I was like, I'm quitting my job for another job. I very much kept that discipline. So I worked my job that I'd quit was 10 to 6. So I worked in my studio from 10 to 6. I packed a lunch. I worked at home, but I packed a lunch for my studio so that I wouldn't come upstairs and like be distracted.
Wow.
I was that disciplined about things. And if I missed some hours during the week, I would make them up on the weekend. And I used to not count, this is crazy. I used to not count like emails and ordering and stuff as my studio time. Oh, yeah.
Here you are. You look like
I'm
you're
so
a little
young.
girl.
I know. What happened? Oh, it's so sad.
Oh, that's so
That would have been
cool.
like '06, '07.
That
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and
Um,
this is 15 Bytes. I was on 15 Bytes back
oh,
then. I don't think it exists anymore, does it?
they do actually.
Oh.
And someone found me and I got a great thing from it. So I was like, oh, they totally still exist. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Um, anyway, so yeah, so just discipline. And now I'm still quite disciplined and I try to get my 40 hours in, but I now count emails and inventory and all the ordering stuff because I don't have a gallery, so I'm doing it all. So
Whoa. You're not in a gallery?
no,
How long
it
have
has
you
6 years.
really?
Yeah, so I was with in Palm Desert and Salt Lake for at least 12 years.
What made you
But
pull out?
in 2019, I decided to do a 3-month long show in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted all of my work for that. It was such a big investment that I wanted all of my work for that show. So I pulled from my galleries, just thinking after the show, I'll either find a new gallery or go back to them, whatever it was. But then COVID hit during my 3-month long show and kind of everything shut down. And then during COVID, I was busier than ever. I was
No
swamped, couldn't
kidding.
keep up. Yeah, selling like crazy.
But how? Through social media? Through your
Social
website?
media, word of mouth. I was still getting commissions. They'd meet me on my front porch and we'd talk about it. It was a
Jeez, Erin, that's
crazy.
amazing.
It was a crazy time. It was like, especially with Instagram, smaller pieces, but some big ones too. But smaller pieces, I wouldn't like post like, I would be like, which piece do I want to sell today? And that's the one I would post. Like there was a year, I don't know if it was the stimulus or people were just home and bored, but there was a period of time where it was nuts. And it was such good timing for me because it sure helped with my anxiety about the world and everything. Cause I was just like, I'll be in the studio.
Yeah.
I was super happy about it. But anyway,
Holy cow.
so
And now you're making 100% of the profit.
now I'm making 100% of the profit and I don't have somebody in charge of me. I've really enjoyed the freedom of no gallery, like a
Yeah.
lot. And maybe I'll have to go back someday, but right now I really don't miss it. I've really enjoyed just doing it on my own.
That's amazing. Yeah, I haven't been with a gallery in 14 years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I can't imagine going back.
Yeah, I knew that about you, and it gave me some confidence too. Like it can be done. Like it's.
Yeah.
Well, my whole goal was galleries because it's what everybody was doing. Like that's like
Hmm.
you've arrived when you're there. But and I liked it. I had good relationships, and they did well for me. But then being out, I don't miss them. Like I don't miss a gallery at all. So
Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
geez. While you're
don't
talking,
tell the future galleries that I
it's
said
been
that.
18 years.
Oh, wow,
Holy
wow,
piss.
yeah,
Dude, I'm getting
yeah.
old. That's so much time.
No.
That
The
can't be
first
right.
the
Yeah,
first time I
2008.
yeah,
Oh,
the first
dude.
time I saw your work, I was introduced to it by Clayton Williams. Do you
Yep.
remember him?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
gallery made my career.
Oh, did they
Well,
really?
it was one of two. They made my career in the Utah market as far as like
Yeah.
biblical painting and portrait commissions.
Yeah.
But then I had Went Gallery, which really helped me do
Mm,
well outside of Utah.
okay.
But man, I'm so grateful. And he passed, I don't know, two
Yeah,
years ago
I
or
know.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was
was sad.
sad. Yeah.
But yeah, he brought me in and said, "Have you seen this guy? You've got to see this guy's
Oh,
work." So
really?
that's when I first saw you. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was so long ago. I can't
So
believe it's been
long.
18 years. That's just crazy.
I know. I know. I've been listen. I listen to your podcast. I don't watch it very often, but because I knew I was coming on, I watched a few, and everybody that tagged on was so young, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, dude, it's
I'm going to be the
crazy.
next old person on
I
there.
know. Well,
Yeah,
we got plenty of people older than us on there too, but you're
that's
right.
true.
Lately, I've been interviewing a lot of young people, and it's just a
Yeah.
coincidence. I don't know why it works out that way, but
Well, they're remarkable. So really cool ones lately. But
well, it's the thing is education is so available now. I
yeah,
mean, some of these people don't even have to go to school anymore because
right.
it's just everything is at their fingertips. You can learn how to
Yeah,
paint on your cell phone now,
yeah,
just pulling up videos and stuff. It's wild.
right, right. Well, and yeah, I mean, social media, like my whole Instagram feed, all I do is scroll through other artists. It's
Same.
like,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
follow anything else. I don't even follow my nieces and nephews. And
Well, I follow dogs and gardening, but also artists.
yeah, yeah, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I am curious about is how much did you sell your first painting for? The one that you went behind the tent and was like, I can do this.
So things were priced at like $95.
For how big?
Oh, this was like probably a 10 by 10. I
Dang,
mean,
that is a
ri
steal.
ridiculous. Yeah. So again, in hindsight, like, here I was like, I almost sold out. And then you're like, oh, that means you were priced too low. Like you actually, business wise, you don't actually want to almost sell out.
Right,
But
right.
I actually had a friend come by, um, another painter. It was Trent Call, who I'd worked with, so he was friendly. But he came by and he was like, you've got to raise these. And I was like, oh, but what if nothing sells? And he was like, just raise them a little bit. And so like a 24 by 24, I don't even remember, but it was probably like $350. And he's like, would you please make it 450? Or something. So I mean, but a 24 by 24 for like $400 or something. Things
That's
were really inexpensive.
insane.
Yeah.
Geez,
Yeah.
I wish I knew about that back then. Although
I
I
know.
didn't have $400 to spend back
I
then, so
know.
it wouldn't have
Me
mattered.
either. Me either. But I mean, yeah, and you got to learn somewhere, right? So then the like my next show, I raised things like a little bit, though I couldn't double them. And I still wanted everything to get snatched up and get into people's homes. So I wasn't sad about it, but in hindsight, it's like, oh yeah, you probably should have not been quite so insecure.
Yeah, it might have been meant to be though. Maybe
Yeah,
you needed that boost of confidence more than you needed the
yeah,
money at the
yeah.
time.
Well, and Salt Lake's such a small world that some of those people that bought from my first arts festival are still collecting from me.
Are
So
you serious?
that
Wow.
there's no hard feelings there that they're just like, I knew you when. It's like, yep, you sure did, and here's the price now. But they're happily still collecting, so that makes me feel amazing. Like a
That's
great
so
feeling.
great.
Yeah,
So, I was at the Porch Society. Micah Christensen was with me for a
yeah.
short time, and we got talking about my career a little bit. And he asked me if I catalog everything. And I'm
Mm,
looking at all your paintings just behind you.
yeah.
And I haven't done that many paintings. I'm nowhere near as prolific as I expect you are, just based on what I'm seeing behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, for whatever reason, I haven't bothered to catalog anything. But I
Mm,
suspect with your career, you probably have to be pretty organized
yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're
And
producing a lot of work.
I'm an organized person anyways. That brings me joy. Like
Yeah.
I like life free of chaos. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm organized, but at the beginning I wasn't photographing everything or taking notes on everything. And some of my very favorite pieces, it's like, oh, I don't even have an image of that. So I
Mm.
think I learned the hard way to where now, these little guys, I'm backwards.
Yeah. The
These
ones
little guys,
right here. Yeah.
they get an iPhone shot. It's just a record of it.
Right.
And then my big ones, I either take to a photographer or I've kind of learned some skills to do it on my own, which has been really helpful. It saves me a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
But now I document everything just because I'll be sad someday if I didn't.
How do
So,
you catalog it? Do you have some sort of
oh,
a
it's rudimentary. I keep everything in files like originals 2026 has its own file on my computer, images, and then like an Excel spreadsheet and then I drag it when it sells and make a note of where it went or something. It's not sophisticated.
that is
Um,
very sophisticated compared to my nothing.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I have nothing. It's so
Okay.
bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
paint a painting. I do photograph it, but then I stick it in the same
Yeah.
folder that says paintings. And
Oh,
then
okay. Yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
done. It's gone forever. I don't even know who bought it except for memory half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I keep notes on who bought it, and yeah, I'm pretty
That's
organized.
great. I need to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Micah
Yeah.
got me thinking about it, and now talking to you, I'm like, I gotta step
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. I get some joy out of it though. If you just dread it, then that's kind of a drag. But I do like I get a kick out of like that folder is so organized. Look at
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
don't know. And my husband is very business forward, so he's been very helpful. Like, oh, it would be better if you did it this way. I'm like, oh, you're right. Like he's simplified things for me, so that's nice.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
teammate to have
Yeah.
on your side.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And he
excellent.
only says nice things, right?
Yeah. That is very,
Yeah.
very, very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, so when you went to Park City after you went to the Salt Lake Arts Festival, did you raise the
Yeah.
prices at that point?
I did. Maybe like 10 to 20% or something, made them like nice round numbers. Maybe the 395 piece went to 595
Mm-hmm.
or something. Not huge jumps because again, I didn't want to freak people out and like who does she think she is? She won one award
Right.
like and she's now no. So I still was really inexpensive. And I was very careful about that too because I have the mindset that you can never go back down. So once I've raised
Mm,
that price to 1,000, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, things got slow, so now it's 500. So like my prices are my prices. I don't discount. I don't. They are what they are, and so I have to be careful about my pricing. And so I did things a little increment, and then I won that award, or I did well at that show. So then the next show I could raise my prices a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. But I sure did do it slowly and cautiously,
yeah, that's a
despite
good
feeling more
pointer.
confident.
That's a
Yeah.
good pointer for beginners. I had a friend, or have a friend, who some time ago he got into a gallery that just loved his work, and
Mm,
they found one wealthy client willing to spend on, I think it might have been his first sale or second sale, something really early on.
yeah.
Where they found a collector they were able to convince to spend something like 50 grand on the painting.
Okay.
And he could never sell another painting at that level again. So he had
Yeah.
to quit painting and
Yeah.
it took him, I don't remember, it might have been like 10 or 15 years
Mm.
to be able to start painting again and get out from under
And
that
that's devastating.
issue.
Like what poor advice from the
Oh, I
gallery.
know. That gallery
That
was just greedy.
yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to take control of your prices, not let a gallery do that to you.
Well, and I think there's so like again back to like how vulnerable we are. Like one decision like that, like a super great painter but couldn't sell again because like these small decisions make up so much of what we do, and we're
Oh,
so
yeah.
vulnerable to other people's things. And I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I was
Well,
going with
plus,
that.
who doesn't want to hear a gallery say, "Hey, your paintings are worth $50,000"? Who doesn't want to
Oh,
believe that?
right, right. And
So,
I
yeah,
might have fallen for the
I
same
would have.
trick,
I probably
but
would have.
hopefully like, oh wait, hold on, but does that mean everything else now has to be priced at 50,000? Like that's
Yeah,
so daunting.
yeah,
Yeah,
no kidding.
yeah.
Man,
Mm.
I'm eyeballing all those paintings behind you and thinking I could add to my collection.
Yeah. Well, right now, so I haven't had I didn't have a show this spring, which is really nice because I still do local shows every once in a
Hmm.
while, and I didn't have anything this spring, so those have been building up. I like to work on a couple while I'm working on something big because I'm slow. I feel like I'm a very slow painter. And so those are so satisfying because I actually get something done and you get a quicker reward than like the giant guy over there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So
reversed.
how
It's
long does
weird.
it take to do the pencil sharpener?
Oh, that's the worst question, right? It took forever. And it kept getting bumped off the easel. So it truly took me like almost a year, but it wasn't on the easel the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I do so many commissions and that one was just for fun. So when a commission was more important, it got bumped and then it got bumped. But
Right.
I keep at least 4 to 8 things going at a time, all different sizes.
Okay.
And so I bounce around quite a bit. I think the main reason well, I do it for multiple reasons, but one of the big reasons is so that I don't know how long things take. I do not want to know how long things take.
I know. I know. It'd
And
be
that
so
drives people
stressful.
crazy. It drives people crazy. They want to know. I don't. I think it would just drain me. And
Yeah.
then I'd be like,
And
oh, this one,
scare you.
oh, scare me to death. Like,
Yeah.
am I even making minimum wage today?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't want to break that down. I don't want to pay that close attention to my income. I just know it will work out at the end of the year and whatever the painting will get done and it'll be fine. And some take a lot longer than others, but please don't tell me that, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
totally get
yeah.
that. I have no idea how long my paintings take either. I don't know why
Mm.
I even bothered to ask that question.
Well, it's such a common question because from going from my 4 inch by 4 inch to 4 feet by 4 feet, it's a curious question. Like, how long does that take? And my answer is like, it took forever. It
Yeah.
took a really long time.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
Man, so do you do all these still lifes from life?
I start them from life and then work from photos.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, I'm afraid to tell you that. I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
It doesn't matter to me at
Um,
all. I work from photos.
I don't even work from nice photos, so I just have like an
What?
old, yeah, I have like an old clunky printer that and sometimes I'll even print it out in black and white, because I don't really care about the accuracy of the colors. I want my own colors and I want all I need from the photo is the guts. I just need the information from it. So like I need the distortion details on that glass bowl. But those weren't all red crayons in the photograph. So I printed it out in black
What?
and white and made them all red crayons.
Wait a
So
minute.
I work
Why
from
though?
photos.
Why? Okay, I'm confused. So why not just put red crayons in a bowl?
I didn't have that many red crayons, and
Oh,
I already had the image in my mind, and I had a photograph of a bowl of crayons, and I was like, well, I want them to be all red, so I printed it in black and white, and then just used my imagination.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that you would use photographs because if you've got 8 going at a time, you can't have that many still lifes set up for a year.
No. And I would get so frustrated with the light changing or the
Yeah.
dog bumping something or the library books needing to be returned from the stack that I'm painting or all these little things where I'm just like, why am I fighting this?
Yeah.
I felt like I was like trying to be a purist. And then I'm like, I'm just making my life harder.
Yeah.
And so that's another rule I broke is I just started working from like Xerox copies. Mm,
What? So
yeah.
you don't see any value in having a good quality photo?
Sometimes I will if that matters.
Do you
When did
see
I?
value in having a bad quality photo? Is there actually advantages to a bad quality photo?
No,
So it
no.
just happens to be what you have and you make it work.
It just happens to be what I'm used to. Yeah, and I make it work, and it's easy.
Hmm,
It's an easy tool for me, I guess.
really?
Yeah, I haven't thought much. I could probably get a nicer printer. Now that we're talking about it, like maybe let me make a note of
But I mean,
that. Like,
everyone's working from monitors these days. I'm surprised
and
you're not.
I hate a monitor. I
Why?
hate working from a monitor. There's glare. For a while my notifications were coming through. I was like, it's so distracting. It would shut down. I just found like the logistics of it kind of tricky. And then even when I did dial it in and had all those disruptions turned off, there was still a glare. It was kicking around in my space. Like sometimes I'm just holding the Xerox or it's taped up on somewhere and I can,
Wow.
yeah. So I tried my tablet. I bought like a really nice unit and now I just use it for like nothing. So
No kidding. It's so
yeah,
interesting how everyone's got a way of doing things.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, there's more than one way
And
to
we
do it
get,
right.
I do worry about getting stuck in my ways, like, how you haven't thought outside of what you're doing for quite a while. Um, so yeah, I could maybe I'll revisit the printer.
Well, Yeah, don't let anything I say affect how you.
Yeah.
It seems like you're doing a great thing. So
Yeah, I mean it works. It works for now, and it's again I've tried to play around with different things, and I keep going back to that. So it's obviously something that works.
yeah.
So
Just out of
we'll
curiosity,
see.
how old is your printer?
Oh, it's not that old. It just was like never nice to begin with.
Oh,
You
just
know,
a cheap printer.
I used it for like my bookkeeping and my accounting type stuff, and then every
That's
once in
the
a while I'll print
same
stuff
one
out.
you. Are you serious? That's the same one,
Yeah,
and
I'm
it's just
telling you, it's
black and
like
white.
no, it does color. It also
Oh,
does color.
okay, okay.
So I can do a nicer one, but it doesn't matter. Like the guts of what I need are on this thing, on this
But
eight
does
eight
it
and a half
get
by 12.
accurate values, or are you
Yeah,
sort of
it does get
improvising?
accurate.
Okay,
It
it
gets
does.
accurate values, but also that doesn't matter that much to me because I know what values I want it to have.
Okay.
You know,
And
yeah.
do those values have to be, when you say that you know what you want them to have, the paintings to have, what values?
Mhm.
Does that mean that you're the artist and you're going to interpret the values the way they look more interesting
Yeah,
pictorially,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you know what they should look like in real life, or both?
It's both. It's both. But I do have a preference. Like, oh, okay, I want the darkest value to be here instead of here,
Oh,
or oh,
great.
I'm really liking this distortion in this glass right here, so I'm going to make a little darker spot so your eye goes there a little more.
Okay.
So
Well, that would
there's
make
a
sense if
little,
that's your
yeah,
effort, or if that's your goal, to not even
yeah,
worry about
yeah.
accuracy.
Well, and then I was taught that I mean, it was really honed into me that value is so much more important than color.
Yeah.
Um, and as I build things, anyways,
I distracted you with your own
yeah, I
slideshow.
know. What am I saying right there? The value is so much more important. So if that's again why I don't think my printout copy matters that much because I'm going to also make up the colors a little bit, and then that kind of determines the value too. But if as long as I've got the values right, it's going to look like it's drawn correctly.
Yeah.
Things aren't messed up if I get the values right. The structure then is still there, and color is just kind of fun on top of that. Like
Right.
colors where I get to play a little bit more.
Oh,
So
I love your soda can ones.
thanks.
They're so great.
Anything shiny, right?
I
Oh, you also
know.
have you also have a Diet Coke. One of your little ones is
I
the
do. Yeah. I love them. I could have 100 of those. Yeah.
nice.
I have them set up in a line down this little between
Oh,
two
fun.
doors, and I just want to keep adding from floor to ceiling. I
Let's
want
do
like
it.
50 of them going from, I don't think 50 would fit, but you get my point.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, how much do you sell those little ones for these days?
They're between 250 and 300. And they're funny. They're kind of, the retail theory of like the lost leader.
Yeah.
Like they're not profitable at that price
Even
point.
at that price, they're not.
I mean, they're more than when I was selling them for 100 and
Yeah. You were
150.
giving it away when you gave it to me for a
Yeah,
hundred
I
bucks.
was. I was, but I also loved they get given as gifts. People buy multiples. They and everybody wants to leave a show or something with something,
Yeah.
and so they're still affordable. I mean, they're not as affordable as they used to be, but they make me very happy. I keep saying I should stop doing them, but they make me really happy and they make other people really happy. And
They
I'm a
really
people
do.
pleaser, so let's just keep painting them.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to. I didn't realize you live so close. I should have known that, of course.
Uh,
But I need to come by your studio and pick out some more.
yeah, yeah, anytime,
That would be
anytime.
awesome.
Yeah,
And is your studio in your home?
yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
is? Okay.
Yep, I took over the basement, and it's north light, and it's a walkout basement, so I have like my own entrance, and I have a little kitchenette and a bathroom. It's pretty sweet.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's not new, it's not fancy, but it's big and it has great light. And I love that. Like I feel like I'm coming down to work. In our first house, my little studio was just off of a bedroom, a tiny bedroom, and you walked by it all the time.
Yeah.
And that kind of bugged me because I needed to keep it like tidy or the door closed or something. This is like I can just leave it and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Having a studio in your home, maybe you sort of answered this already, but does it make it hard for you to leave it completely? Because I found when I worked out of I only worked once out of home, and it was when we had a condo. So it's a little different because
Yeah.
it was just a separate room, not a separate floor.
Yeah.
But I couldn't walk away. I would paint 24/7. I mean,
Yeah.
I would only stop to sleep. Jen would be like, come watch TV. And I would come watch TV. I'd sit down and then I'm like, I got to go look at it again. And next thing you know, I'm painting for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
Do you find that as a problem, or are you able to
I
compartmentalize?
I did definitely at the beginning, and especially when I was so worried about still failing and just, I mean, just working as hard as I could and putting all the hours in. I did overwork probably, but now as I've gotten older, like it completely affects my sleep to work past 8. My hard shutdown is 7:30 p.m. Like I try to quit around 6 if I can, but if when you're on a roll, you're on a roll,
Right.
or something's bugging you and you can't leave it. But I just have to really like shut it down.
When
And
do you
it
start in the morning?
around 10, sometimes 11, depending on if I've
Oh, you're
hiked the
just like
park.
me. You're not a
Yeah.
morning person, are you?
Oh, I am a morning person, but
Oh,
I have so many things to do in the morning before I start work. So I
oh.
have most of my energy in the morning. So I exercise, hike the dog, run my errands, grab coffee.
You do all that before you start painting?
hmm
Geez, you're
Yeah, I have a
hardcore. You're
very,
nothing like me.
yeah, I have a busy morning. I love my mornings. I love mornings. I garden.
Are you
Yeah,
serious? All before you get in the studio?
yeah, yeah.
Holy,
Um,
oh my
yeah, and not
gosh, I
every
feel
day. Like
terrible.
I don't hike and exercise. Like, that's I do a couple of those things each day. I don't do every one of those things each day. But
Oh,
yeah, I have a lot of energy in the morning, and then I love like an uninterrupted work day. But I try to quit the latest again is 7:30.
what time do you get up in the morning?
About 6:37.
Oh, freak, I
Yeah,
am so bad. I roll out
yeah,
of bed at 8 and I curse
yeah,
the world and everything else every morning. Like, why me? I can't wake up. I don't, it never changes. Been that way my whole life. I'm like,
yeah.
I hate mornings so much.
So I was that way, especially like when I worked that retail job from 10 to 6. I'd wake up at like 9:15 and get to work on time at 10. Like not a morning person, but Blake being a contractor, general,
Oh yeah,
he
he's out of the house by 7 every day.
I was forced to learn to wake up early, and now I've kind of just embraced it because I was like, oh,
Oh.
I feel so good in the morning. I have so much.
This episode is brought to you in part by Rosemary Brushes. If you're one of my listeners who's a professional artist, you're already using Rosemary Brushes. But for the rest of you, come on. Take your work a little more seriously. Stop buying the other brands. It's just not worth it. Every now and then you may get lucky and buy a good brush from another brand, but use the brand that professionals like myself are using. Go to rosemaryandco.com, link in the description or the show notes, and get yourself some quality brushes before your next painting.
Energy and
Maybe I just
yeah,
need to force myself.
yeah. Have
But
your wife become a general contractor, and then
yeah, she'd go for that.
yeah.
Yeah, so no, I get up around 8. I roll in the studio around 10 because it takes me
Yep.
forever to get moving. But
Okay.
then I work till 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not, and 7 days a week, I'm not a morning person at all.
And because your studio is outside of your house, it forces you to leave it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But it's
I
also a
work,
problem because my studio is more my home because I'm
yeah,
never home. I mean, I go home just to sleep.
right.
That's
Right,
it.
right.
So,
I was worried about having a studio in my home. We didn't decide if we were having kids or not yet. And I thought, oh, if we do end up having kids, I'll have to have a space outside of the house
yeah,
because I could not imagine trying to work down here and like kids doing some, I don't know. It would have been too distracting, I think.
right.
And then when we decided that we weren't, I mean, I love my space down here.
Okay.
So
So you never did
it,
have kids.
no kids.
Okay. Okay. Because one of my
No.
questions was, how do you balance family life? But that answers the question.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it. I have so many peers
Yeah,
that have young kids and they find the time to paint. It's so admirable.
it really is amazing.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, my 40 hours a week, I talk about it like it's nothing. It's a big deal that I get to have that. It's a
Yeah.
really big
Yeah.
deal. So,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is difficult, I imagine.
yeah.
I mean, I
I
kind of
believe,
dealt with it because we homeschooled our twins and they
oh,
actually homeschooled in my studio. I have a
okay.
loft in my studio and they would go up there and homeschool and then they'd come down,
Yeah,
to do other activities after they were done.
yeah,
But it was online, so it's not like I was teaching them.
yeah,
But
okay.
still, those
Yeah,
things are distracting, so
very,
it
very,
it definitely made a difference. But I
yeah,
mean, there's also a lot of good things that came out of course.
of course. Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's a paper painting. So
what does that
there's
mean?
no paint. There's no paint on that. That is
But that's
cut up.
yours, right?
Yeah.
So
but
it's a collage.
it's a collage. It's cut up magazines.
No
Like
way.
no paint on that. Yeah. So I think that's a good example of how I think. So those collages are so fun in that I collage like I paint and I paint like I collage.
Yeah.
I think in pieces that strongly that collage is like totally made for me, I think.
So you have such a unique approach, and you refer to it as how you think.
Mm,
How much of quote how you think is a product of one, your education, two, habit, because you've been doing it for what? What did we decide it was? You quit at 28. Now you're
yeah,
21 years,
yeah. And then art school before
and
that.
then art school
Yeah.
before that. And well, I guess that's it. How much of it is temperament? How much of it is your education? I mean, can you define why and how you think this way?
I am going to say that it has to be part of my temperament because like my high school teacher recognized in me that because I think in pieces and in kind of a grid and things like that, she sent me to Paul.
So you were thinking graphically even in high school.
I am going to say yes because like she saw that in me. I wasn't necessarily like because I didn't have the words for it yet. So
Right.
then I meet Paul and he has the words for it and he explains it and I'm like, "Whoa, that's how I see things." You know, it
Yeah.
truly was like a thing. And again, like say that again. Let me try to write this down how I think because you're saying how I think, but I just didn't have the words for it. But it's like the world exists. Everything can be a horizontal, a vertical, or a 45. And I see things in a grid. Like immediately things are broken down kind of
What do you mean by that,
in
in a
pieces
grid?
to me. Um,
You
like
mean
as I
plane?
work,
You mean everything's broken down into planes?
yes, yeah. But also a straight up grid. It's like in my mind's eye, there's kind of a grid like in front of me. Like my eyes see a grid.
What? You mean like a grid, like a high school student would put on paper before they draw?
Yeah.
So
And
you
sometimes
visualize that?
Yeah, and sometimes I like straight up draw a grid on my photo that I'm working from
Right, right,
because then when I'm drawing or I get a little bit lost painting and my drawing is getting lost, it's like what's one thing I can do to this one square to get it one step closer.
right, right,
You know, and so then you're just like, "Oh, let me make a big mark here and kind of try to clean that up." And
right.
but it's also temperament. Like I like to make order out of chaos. And so it really simplifies things for me to think in planes and shapes and pieces. So I feel like my paintings are like kind of built, they're kind of constructed, mosaic, pixels, whatever word you want to use for it. But for me, it's like I think in pieces.
Hmm. Do
Um,
you think I would never encourage it because I love what you're doing and who you are as an artist?
yeah,
But being an artist, it often questions who I am, right?
yeah,
And why I'm doing what I'm doing, and whether I should be doing something different, and why don't I paint like this person or that person because they're better at painting and or their style looks more interesting than mine.
yeah.
Um, do you ever? I mean, could you imagine yourself in any other way, or is this in your DNA, right down to your bones?
That's such a good question because I try so hard to change every once in a
You
while.
do.
I do like I go to a workshop. I've gone to Paul's workshops, which is not going to
Well,
help me
that's not
change.
going to help. Yeah.
I know it's just going to reinforce, and
You
I'm
just
like I
keep on
am doing
going back.
everything right.
Yeah.
No, but a couple years ago, maybe 2 years, I did a David Dibble workshop.
Well,
I don't
that's
know,
quite
I don't
different.
remember how
There
long
are
was
some
it.
similarities though between you and David.
Oh, come on! I wish that.
No.
Oh,
I mean, he's
he's
not
so
as graphic as you are, but he is, for lack of a better, for lack of a good vocabulary, let's put it that way. I think his is also very designy, you know?
Okay. Okay. I see that. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
do have like I do have an innate sense of design. That
Yeah.
that was always one of my strong points. But like taking his workshop because I am just dying for a soft edge somewhere. Like I'm dying for, and I do it, and then I'm like, oh, and I paint it out, but
That's
I
what I
try,
was
and
wondering.
totally. So I took this whole workshop, and I was like,
Yeah.
I am coming home. I'm so inspired. I am gonna, and I'll wipe it out, and then like, nope, and I like clean it back
What
out.
do you think that is?
I think I'm a crazy person.
I think we're all crazy.
That's
Yeah.
unwilling to change. I know what it takes to make this, and I'm happy with this. It gives me the mark I want and the look I want. But then I see other people's work, and I am like, can I please get a soft edge?
Yeah.
So it's a barrier I'm trying to get past. But then I get a commission and a few projects, and it's like, well, no, this is an Erin Berrett. This is what people want. So I'm gonna just keep it this way. But
Well,
so some of
that
my
do you ever feel trapped?
no, and
Okay.
that's the thing. So like maybe that's why the change isn't happening is because I'm not unhappy.
Yeah, you don't seem to
Um,
be.
yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I do, and it brings me so much joy to do it. And like I'll put a brushstroke down and then be like, did anybody see that? Like, are you serious? Like, I mean, it's so satisfying to me. It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
And there's no one down here that's gonna see that, by the way. But anyway, so I have the urge for change, but I think it's just because we're supposed to change and we're supposed to grow,
Right.
and I love like a soft edge. I love in other people's paintings a soft edge. That I forget her name, but you just had her on, and she painted that little cake that was like a white cake with a lot of frosting, and her edges were so soft. It
I
was
don't even remember.
anyway,
Dude, it's
I
so
love it.
blurred now. I'm up to like 200 guests.
Yeah,
I
but
always
it's
worry I'm going to meet some of my guests in public and not remember their names because I love them all, but
yeah.
I'm too stupid.
No, it's our memory.
Oh, it's
It's too
terrible.
many paint fumes.
Yeah.
I think like if you pull up some like my birds and some landscapes, there's a little more play in
Let's
those.
do that. That's a good segue.
Like the birds and flowers, the flowers I've gotten into recently, they're
Yeah.
kind of new to me, but they don't have to be as perfect as a Diet Coke. There's such accuracy that needs to be there. Like, where would I put that soft edge? But in a bird, like, I'll put my brush strokes down and then like, I'll drag through them and like, come on.
This isn't
Like,
one of them. This one's very
no, it's
graphic.
it's too little.
Your website?
Go to my website and
Oh, by the way,
Undraped.
you are dating yourself. You still have a WordPress website.
Oh, don't say it out loud. You just outed me.
It's
Yeah,
time
and
to graduate from WordPress there, Erin.
I know it is kind of clunky. I know.
That's funny.
So go to paintings and then
Okay.
past work. Go to past work.
All right. Oh, my cursor's so big I can't even see the word.
WordPress. Is it also like I also still have a Yahoo account?
Yeah. No, you have iCloud, right?
Yeah, well, I gave you that one, but I
Oh.
also have a Yahoo.
At least it's not. What is it? AOL?
AOL.
Okay, there's
So,
a little
like,
bit of a soft edge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and so fun
But
for
you
me.
do
And
it in a graphic way still. It's not actually a
yeah.
soft edge.
It's not
It's
a
like
soft edge.
spatter.
But I mean, it's getting close, right? Like I broke the edge. I broke the
But
edge.
I think you're obviously an artist through and through because you and I both know that you can't just do a David Dibble edge and still
I know.
have this bird head and this bird legs, these bird legs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know. Yes.
I think that's a
But
great solution.
yes, and there again, it makes me feel like I'm playing a little bit more, changing a
Yeah.
little bit more, and it is thrilling. It's when I do one of those things, it's embarrassingly exciting.
Wow, I didn't know you did landscape.
I do
Holy
every once in a
crap, that's
while.
beautiful.
I wish you could zoom in. Like
You
I'm
and me
terrible
both.
about
Wait a minute.
detail.
I want one of your landscapes.
So back to Clayton Williams, I remember when he loved my landscapes. He would snatch them up whenever, and he said
Oh,
they're still an Erin Barrett, but they're
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 freaking amazing.
yeah, they're
How have I never seen these?
because I only do a couple a year, and yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's
for the record, I'm not
yeah.
speaking to you now, and I'm speaking to my audience. Every now and then I get some schmuck that comments, why don't you do more research before? This is why I don't do research, because I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? I'm blown away.
Yeah. I mean, and it's still
I
my
freaking
mark
love that
making.
one. Oh yeah, it's totally you.
It's It's
That's
still me.
crazy.
Yeah. So go to those shit. See that black and red at the bottom
Yeah.
there? Yeah. So that's a collage
What?
of the painting to the left.
So that's magazine cutout
That's
stuff,
magazines.
and that's a
This is
painting.
oil paint. But I
Oh
did the
my
oil painting.
gosh, you're so good. I
I did
didn't
the oil.
know.
I did the oil painting first, and then was like, what kind of exercise would that be to turn it into a painting? And I think both were so successful. They were, and this landscape. I'm touching my screen. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's not, I can't feel it. You're all good.
Yeah. You can totally see my grid-based thinking in this painting. Like I left quite a bit of the grid because I
Wait, what?
gridded that one down to like
Oh yeah, yeah.
so
I guess I
I
see some
truly
of it. Yeah.
drew on my image 16 squares and then I ate into each square one piece at a time to kind of leave that grid idea for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for
That
your
is,
viewing pleasure.
oh my gosh, I had no idea. All I knew about was your still life.
Oh gosh. Well, I used to do more and I get asked to do more landscapes, but I just kind of don't allow myself to take the time and I need to do it more.
Do you ever do plein air landscape?
Oh, I used to. Not anymore. No,
No.
I'm out.
It would be
It's
hard to do plein air in your style because your style
yeah.
looks tedious.
Well, and it's, I paint in layers,
Yeah,
so things need to dry and then yeah, and I'm just fair weather anymore.
yeah,
I don't want the sun, the bugs, the heat. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm totally a fair weather painter.
yeah. It makes sense.
But that's all I mean in college I loved it. Just loved it. So
Oh my gosh. I I need to come. What are you doing today? Can I come see your paintings today?
I'm painting the rest of the day, but for sure. Come on up.
I want. Do you have any landscapes in stock right now?
No, they go pretty quickly, but I have so a few of those on that past work page are ones that I've actually kept. So I get a little attached to my landscapes. So I think like 4 out of 5 of those I've kept for myself. So you could come look at them.
Oh, do you have this one?
No, I sold that one and I regret it. I
Oh
totally
my
regret it. But
gosh.
it went to a wonderful couple.
What about
They're
this
wonderful.
one?
I own that one.
You have to
Yeah.
sell it to me. How
So
much would you sell it for?
it's not for sale.
Come
So
on.
this
I'll
is
paint
another.
your
I mean, how
husband or
many?
something.
Yeah, how many times have I said Paul's name? I should stop, but I took him that. It was we stay in touch. I bring him paintings every once in a while, and I took him that one to show him and just like this is good, right? And he said he reinforced in me that never sell the firstborn. So if something happened, kind of epic and special that you're not going to
Yeah.
forget, don't sell it. Just keep that
Yeah.
one for me,
Or
or
sell it
sell it
to
to Jeff
someone
Hein.
cool that who would always let you come and see it anytime you wanted.
Right, right. And I get it back when you pass away. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah. We could arrange something.
well, I guess we're gonna
Oh,
die
we're
at the
gonna
same
die
time.
around the same
We're
time.
the same age.
Oh man,
So,
they're so pretty though.
no, thanks. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
All right, let's just start here.
Oh,
This is
these were
so
fun.
cool.
These were cool because of the scale. So for me, they
Oh
were
wow, 4 feet by 4 feet.
enormous, 4 feet by 4 feet. So for me, that is so large. And they were a commission for the new Sky Club at the Delta Airlines Lounge.
Yeah.
So really, that was a really fun project. Except her deadline was a little tight, so I was a little stressed out. But
Oh my
yeah, because for
gosh, look
me,
at the text.
yeah. So 13 matchbooks with text on them in that one. But for me, I paint the same. So whether it's a 10 by 10 or a 48 by 48, I'm using the same tools. So the big ones are just so time consuming, but then they are so satisfying because you can leave bigger marks and you don't have to get down to the 1/4 inch detail because
Yeah.
you have that much room to say what you want to say.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the lower layer
Yeah,
of this matchbook lid. Those
right.
big tones.
Yeah.
That's
And
gotta
you're
be that's gotta be like, I don't know, 6 inches by 4 inches,
yeah.
just that one little spot.
Yeah, I think they were. And I don't blend. If things accidentally blend together, I wipe it out and do it again. Like I want your eye to do the work of putting that together. And I want to see how undone I can leave it and have it still make sense to the viewer. So like my studio has a lot of room. I
Mm-hmm.
can step way back and it's like as soon as it's reading clearly, I try to leave it and work on the rest of the painting. And then like, how much do I need to hone that in, or how much can I leave it kind of open without
Yeah.
getting down to the quarter-inch mark? How big of shapes can I leave? And that's really rewarding.
Oh my gosh, that is
Yeah.
such a great painting.
Thanks. It
Gosh.
was
Do
it was
you,
fun.
I imagine at this point, it's been so many years that you've been doing this kind of painting that
Yeah.
it's probably very instinctual at this point that you know how many steps it takes to transition a shadow like this.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Because
do.
it's quite remarkable how well it blends without even having to squint.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, that's nice to hear. That's the goal, right?
Yeah,
Like I want it to make sense to you, but then you stand up close to it. Like if you get close, it's kind of chaos and it's kind of a disaster. And that is a riot to me that this jumble of shapes that I've put together, you stand back and it reads like a photograph. I
that's
mean,
wild.
I'm almost disappointed. Well, I am disappointed at how my stuff looks online. Like they look so photorealistic, and it's like, oh no, no, come see them in person. Like they're so much more interesting
Oh
in
yeah,
person.
and the paint's kind of thick,
It
which
is thick.
leads me to another question, which is how do you apply the paint? Are you applying it with palette knife, brushes? What are you doing?
Both, both. So I'm always painting two-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to lay it down with a palette knife when I can, but like the text, that has to be a brush.
Yeah.
But I keep a straight edge, like the palette knife, in my other hand and lay the brush against that. And then when you lift off, you get that hard edge on the other side.
Wow. Huh. And
Um,
you must be using soft brushes because you don't
I
see
am.
any hair lines.
Totally. And
Okay.
yeah, I can't stand a hairline. Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Uh, but
Wow.
yeah, soft brushes, liquid.
Soft
So
brushes as in, are you using sables? Are you using Badger? Synthetics?
sables and mixes, and they're wash brushes. Um, so
Wash
they're not
brushes?
they're not stiff. They're
You mean like a
yeah,
watercolor type brush?
almost. Yeah, it
Really?
almost has that feel. Yeah, and I like them a little shorter than a watercolor brush, because the watercolor brush is gives
Too floppy?
gives too much. So I
Yeah.
like a little bit stiffer. I'm pretty picky
Yeah, well,
about
you
the
should be because
brush
you're going
feel.
after a very specific look.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
totally.
So you probably don't need a lot of tools. It
I
sounds like
don't.
you could
Yeah,
probably get by with two or three brushes and a
yeah,
palette knife.
totally. Yeah, I
Wow.
do. And then a palette knife or even a post sometimes, like if I am going to do that crazy drag that I do
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, but no, it's pretty limited tools. You're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. That's great. 24 by
Yeah.
36. And this
So
one's got interesting perspective to it, which I
yeah,
obviously was intentional.
yeah, yeah. And again, that's pretty big for me. Like my comfort zone is probably 12 inches to 16 inches. So when I go
Hmm.
bigger like that, I'm taking something on.
Well,
Mm.
that's real professional, Jeff. Hold on, let me turn off my phone.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear it? Yeah,
Uh-uh.
my phone just rang.
Oh,
All right. Man, I am dying. So I love your still lifes just as much, but I've always known about your still lifes. Those landscapes, it's like I just discovered a
yeah.
new artist.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
this
Yeah.
is interesting.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh my gosh, the colors. It's
And
so
yeah.
nice.
So again, I'm sad you can't zoom in because
I
like
know.
there's some blue, like an aqua blue.
Let me
Again, that
see
goes
what I
back to
can
like
do here.
the color, the color didn't matter as
Oh,
much as the
look.
value. So I could kind of get a little bit crazy. And that piece is super old. It's from like probably 2010 or something. But I still love it. I'd
You
love
have a
to.
gift for color harmony.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And
those transitions of the greens
yeah.
are
And
so beautiful.
it gets a little bit warmer and cooler. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that was a sad. I'd love to revisit that piece like huge. Can you imagine if it was like
Oh yeah.
48 by 24 or something, but exactly like just almost copy that? Because it was smaller, but
Yeah.
take that piece bigger, and so the marks would be kind of huge.
Oh
It,
man.
I don't have the painting anymore, so I can't really do it, but
I
that
bet
would
you'd be
be
a great interior designer. I mean, because I
uh,
could imagine a couch with this fabric,
okay.
the wall painted like this. I mean, the
Yeah.
colors are just so perfect together. And you even go from a really warm olive green down here to a very cold green, and yet it's still harmonious.
Yeah. And it like as I'm painting it, it's like, oh, this is an outrageous color for right here. Oh, but wait, it's working, so let me leave it. And as I work, I kind of will do things like that. And I'm like, okay, a rule to myself is like, don't make changes until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where I'm like, this just really isn't working. It's too outrageous or it's too this. But let me finish the rest of the painting, and then all of a sudden, my decision was right. Like
Yeah.
that, I'm going to leave that. So that's a pretty satisfying part of
Is
things.
that
But
hard for you to do sometimes?
yes,
Even though because I fight with myself constantly about that. I'm working on
yeah,
a painting right now, and I've just painted this huge sail. I mean, the painting's 9 feet by 12 feet, and I painted this
okay,
huge sail, and it's really loose. But I'm like, I need to finish the rest of the painting to this level before I go tighter because I might want to leave it like this.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then I also, there's this little voice, like this little devil on my shoulder saying, yeah, but you could keep working on the sail and make it even cooler.
100%,
Oh, it's
100%.
so torturous
Yeah,
fighting that urge.
yeah, yeah. And I think like experience. Like the longer I do this, the more I am like, okay, last time you messed that up by like,
Yeah,
come
totally.
on, leave this alone. You learned last time this was the right thing to do. So for me, I just feel like each year I get a little bit stronger
Yeah,
in those decisions and kind of also like my confidence in like, well, I don't care as much what that person thinks or breaking this rule or
right.
I don't know, and I feel like my paintings look a little more confident each year, which I hope they do. Like if you look at my stuff from say '08 or something, they're darker, they're a little smudgier, like the marks are a little softer. So
Mm.
here I am talking about like I want a soft
So
edge
you're
and
going even harder
I'm
edge to
going
it.
even harder. But I feel like they're more bold. They're not
Yeah,
harder. They're more bold, and I'm making more bold decisions as I get rewarded from that with experience.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, let's see. Flowers. This is something I haven't seen in person either.
Yeah. They're pretty new for me. Um,
And
and
then
again, like
again, here's your
I
interpretation of a
know
soft edge. How
what?
do you create those? It almost looks like spatter.
Yeah, so I'll put like a layer of paint down and then drag a postcard or a putty knife or something through it, and
Eh,
it gives you that beautiful.
Oh.
There's a good drag and there's a bad drag, so
And then do you
you
go back in and kind of clean it up a little bit?
I can, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, or like once a year it just works.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, there's a couple spots in there where like for me, I played a little bit. There's some play.
Yeah. That's
And
gorgeous.
flowers are really conducive to my brushstroke where I'm wanting your eye to do the work, but also the petals are kind of what my brushstrokes are.
Right.
So flowers for me are kind of a twofer, like kind of a two for one, because it already has that structured built shape, and
Right.
then my brushstrokes on top of it. So I feel like flowers are pretty special to paint.
Hmm. I love the transparency you have in the middle of this
Mhm.
flower.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
It's very pretty. I bet it
And
looks even
then
better in person.
yeah, they just do.
Of course they do. Not
Yeah,
always though. You know one thing I know yours do because I own yours and I've seen yours in person many times.
yeah,
But every now and then, like I see stuff in person. It looks just the same as it does online, or not as good.
okay.
So it's not a
That
given.
it's not a
But
given, I guess, but
yours
from
definitely look better in person. I've seen them.
yeah.
Yeah.
They do. They just so if I sell something sight unseen, like online, if somebody buys online, I have to send a very clear email of like, by the way, this looks here's some detail shots. You're getting something very different than what it looks like as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's better, but if you think you're getting a photorealism, you're going to want to think again
Yeah.
because it's not photorealism. They're very, very painterly, very well, not painterly, but thick and constructed.
Plainer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I've even
Plain.
purchased paintings online and had them show up and been disappointed because they look worse in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever buy, well, I'm not going to say it because I want people to keep buying, but I don't know
Yeah,
that
but
I'd
we're
buy
both
something
we're
sight unseen.
yeah. Well, I mean, I saw a picture of. You mean the seeing the original?
Seeing the original. Yeah. But
I know.
that's
I've
probably just,
bought a lot, and I've bought a lot online just because that's the only way you can access certain people.
okay.
But yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 times I've been like, oh, dang,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Well, you will not be disappointed with mine if you buy one online.
Nope, and I will vouch for you because I've seen them in person, and they are freaking cool.
Just shoot myself in the foot there.
No, yeah, you could definitely buy Erin Barrett's work online.
Yeah. I liked the design element of that one. I know that was fun.
Yeah, but I
And
do
so, and that
think
was
let's
very
zoom
big.
in here. Let's see, because I
Yeah.
was able to zoom in, as you probably noticed.
Yeah.
The problem is the resolution's going to get bad,
Yeah.
but look at all that
Yeah.
nice planar work you've got going in there.
Yeah. Thanks. And you
God.
probably have this too, like where you can think of a painting and you could point out your 5 favorite spots. So you're like, these 5 brushstrokes are my very favorite part of the whole painting, or this color, or this mark making, or
Yeah,
there's some
what's your
favorite
favorite
spots.
spot here?
I need it zoomed a little more and then
All
I
right,
could
let me
tell
do
you.
it.
But like they were very juicy highlights. Like
Oh,
I think I
okay.
just took the palette knife and like gave it a instead of a piece of brushwork, it was a big palette knife of highlights. It
Oh,
was,
so that you would have to see in person. Because even
yeah,
blown up to 300%,
yeah.
it still looks like flat, and your paintings aren't
Right,
flat at all.
right.
They're built
I
up.
and you can't see my glazes, so I do quite a bit of glazing, and
Oh, I didn't know
you
you glazed.
I
It's
do
subtle
glaze.
though.
I just have to take a minute to thank each one of my generous patrons for your part in keeping this podcast going. I could not continue to do it without you, so thank you so much. If you're not a patron yet, but you love the show and you listen regularly, please consider becoming a patron. It's really easy to do and it doesn't have to break the bank. Just head over to theundrapedartist.com and click on the link Be My Patron on Podbean. And then choose a monthly donation amount that fits your budget. It's that simple. And to thank you for your generous donations, once you've reached $100 in total contributions, send me an email to theundrapedartist@gmail.com and I will send you one of our spectacular Undraped Artist aprons.
Yes. So glaze day is the best day. But they are subtle. I don't glaze the entire thing. I glaze where I want a change.
Do you glaze to increase chroma too? Because your reds are really rich.
I do glaze to increase chroma, and I glaze to cancel out a color. Like I'll paint something too yellow, kind of on purpose, and then you hit it with the most transparent, subtle, like one value glaze of purple.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you have neutralized that yellow, and it's the best yellow you've ever seen, but you couldn't have mixed it, you know?
Right, right. But see, if you're glazing though, you're glazing on these palette knife marks, which are
Hmm.
smooth as glass. So
Yeah.
you must be glazing with a crazy soft brush.
Oh, watercolor brush.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like super soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why they're kind of invisible because they're not,
Hmm.
the glaze isn't sinking into the grain or the weave of the canvas.
Right. And then on the brushy marks or somewhere where I've purposely left a little bit of texture,
Yeah.
it sinks in and it is dynamite. Like it is so fun when it sinks into those little crevices.
Oh man, you're making me all,
It makes me very happy.
yeah, I bet.
So
Wow. Well, this is different.
yeah. And for me, there was a lot of play in that shiny chrome spot. Like
Yeah.
I just would take a big trowel and lay a whole layer down and then let it dry. And then the next day, like another layer over the top, but with some of that like green coming through.
Yeah.
And that whole chrome part was just play, 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 because as long as the value was right, back to value versus color, it was going to read correctly. And
God,
and
that's killer texture you
yeah,
got there.
thanks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and this ended up in a fun home. A wife bought it for her up and coming artist husband. It was a very fun surprise.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
yeah,
great one.
yeah. See that? I mean, and that's the fun part about not having a gallery, right? Like she came over and she bought it and then sent me a video of him getting it and
Mm-hmm.
these little nuggets that you don't get if
Yeah.
you're, yeah, it's fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah,
look at this incredible shadow pattern.
oh, thanks. Yeah.
My goodness. And the dents.
Yeah, the dents.
But it's, again, just these great palette knife marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you the way you describe form in a graphic way is so awesome.
Yeah. And that is just it was just such a part of the way my brain works that I'm happy it works that way and I'm a painter. Like I don't know where else that way of seeing things would benefit you. I can't maybe as a designer or an architect or something, but
I still think, yeah, I mean, keep painting, but I think you'd make a great interior designer.
you know what's funny though is I am the world's worst person at wall colors. So
What? That makes no
yeah,
sense.
I cannot pick out a wall color to save my life. And you can ask people, like I have our first house we remodeled, and like I think Blake had to repaint at least three of the walls that I chose. Like I cannot visualize
What?
yeah, it's weird. It's a quirk. Because everyone's like, "Oh, would you come help me pick out wall colors?" And I'm like, "I sure can't. No, like I can't." And they're like, "Wait."
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like my background colors that I'm choosing in my paintings and stuff, like I'm pretty spot on. Like I have a lot of confidence in that, but I have made really poor decisions with walls. So
Maybe
don't
it's
ask me.
because of the scale. Because when you
Yeah,
put that much color in a place, it's not the way it looks on a swatch.
totally, totally. And you put it in a bathroom that has different lighting or
Right.
something, and then all of a sudden it's green and you meant for yellow. And yeah,
Oh,
I've had
maybe
it.
I'm wrong. Maybe you would suck as an interior designer. Well, keep painting.
I did tell you I'm not good at anything else. I just have to remain a painter.
Well,
That's
you have
it.
great taste in color on a 24 by 24
Yes,
surface.
thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't make those mistakes very often.
Jeez.
And in my mind, like to begin with, maybe that's why like my lousy photocopies and stuff make sense because I already have an image in my mind of what the painting is going to feel like.
Yeah.
So I base a background color off of like the feel that I want the painting to have.
How do you not
Um,
run out of ideas? Because
oh,
you've done a lot of paintings.
yeah.
And you say you have this idea in your mind of what a painting is going to look like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine I would have anything left to draw on at this point. So
So
what?
I think that's where by doing so many commissions, it's very helpful.
Hmm.
Because like their idea will lead to another, or and also me doing I do again a couple local shows each time, and people will like say an idea or oh you know what you should paint, you should
Okay.
paint ribbons, and I'm like oh, and then I did 8 ribbon paintings because
Oh,
how
yeah.
how many different ribbon paintings could you do? Like it's endless. And they were so beautiful, and I loved them with my brushwork stuff and
Hmm.
palette knife, and um, so being around people give me ideas. And then a commission, would you paint my grandma's peppermints? And I'm like, yeah, because they wanted them in grandma's bowl or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, how about I paint 4 feet by 2 feet of a stack of peppermints while I'm at it? It
Oh,
just
that's
one
nice.
idea kind of leads to another.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
great.
think commissions keep my brainstorming going, which is helpful.
Yeah, most people don't speak positively of commissions. I personally like them.
I love them. I
Yeah,
love them.
I like having a little bit of criteria, just a
Yeah,
little bit. And in a way, I almost feel like it's not, I mean, in a way, I would say it's different. But what I was going to say is in a way, it's almost more creative because now you have a tangible problem that you have to solve instead of just
totally.
starting from ground zero and coming up with whatever the heck you want,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. And that's where I would run out of ideas of like, oh, I'm coming downstairs to 8 blank canvases. Where should I start? No,
Right.
it's like, oh, I'm painting for her and I'm doing this thing for him, and let me start this, and then I'm going to start something on the side that helps with that and fuels that.
Or
And
was
I
inspired by that.
inspired by that, and
Yeah.
people are bringing me their ideas, and I never paint anything that I wouldn't paint anyways. Like I've gotten good about saying like yeah, we're not doing that, or let's do this instead, or so it's something that I would paint anyways, and I'm so consistent that everyone is always happy, and so they're happy, I'm happy, like they're telling my story, I'm telling their story. It's just such a positive back and forth that it's just a win-win for me, commissions.
So
And
you,
then they always work out.
yeah, that's been my experience as well. So if
Good.
well, not always. I guess in all of my 20, what did I say I've been painting? 20, 25 years of painting.
Yeah.
I've had one commission where the family was a little disappointed, but I fixed it.
Okay.
But for most part, yeah, I mean, it's not too hard to satisfy a client because they know what you do.
Well, and when I think in your case, like when you've got the skills and you've got the confidence, and it's not going to turn out poorly. Like it's gonna work out.
Yeah, the
But
one that
I
didn't work out was a commission I took where they hired me by suggestion, not because they loved my work,
oh yeah.
which I've learned. And I've actually had them since where people have said, yeah, so and so recommended you to do my portrait, and I could tell they're not even familiar with my work.
Oh
And I've said to them, do you even know what I do?
yeah.
No, but we heard you're really good. I think you and
Scary.
I think you should decide you like my work first
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna just do whatever you ask. I mean, it's got to look like my work, because that is what happened at that time, that they were not satisfied. It was a
Yeah.
person who didn't even know what I did, and they're like, "Oh, this is how you paint portraits." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And then at the end, like, oh, this isn't what we were expecting. You're all,
yeah."
oh, no, no, no,
We
no.
were expecting some Renaissance style thing instead of all this
Yeah.
pops of color, and yeah,
Yeah. I don't think I've had that where someone has not known my work, because that gives me a lot of confidence going in, is like, oh, well, if you know my work, I'm not going to surprise you.
no,
Like you can even say like, I don't want, just here's the bowl of peppermints I want you to paint. I don't want any input, which I love. But you're still not going to be surprised. Like my palette is very consistent. My marks are consistent. So if you know my work, you're going to like your commission,
yeah.
I
Isn't that
think.
weird? I mean, it's only happened a couple times in 25
Yeah.
years, but you
I
would think that would never happen.
no, it's not something I would think to do,
Well,
but
it's the corporate ones where, somebody asks somebody, we need to get a painting of so and so, and the person being painted isn't the one paying for it, and they've got all these minions that are, that's when it
yeah,
happens. But still, it's weird.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, all right,
Oh,
let's see what else you got here. Oh, I wanted to ask you something about your process.
mm.
Oh, so you said you never take a commission that you wouldn't be interested in painting anyway. What is your worst suggestion that someone has presented to you that you were unwilling to do? I'm curious.
Oh, I don't paint pets. I get asked all the time, like maybe once a month to
Really?
paint, yeah, to paint people's dogs.
Well, that's
And
no, okay. That's somebody who's not paying attention to your work, or maybe
no,
they know it, but they aren't looking very clearly.
right. And when I was first starting out, I never said no. I was very
Yeah.
eager, people pleaser, and I did paint some, and it was brutal. Like it gives me, I do not know how you do what you do, because to like the Diet Coke can doesn't have to have a personality or a twinkle in its eye, or
Right, right.
and so I would paint their pet from their photo, like nailed it, right? Like it's spot on. And they would say something like, "Oh, he's just a little more mischievous." I'm like,
Oh
"No."
my
Like, no,
gosh.
I know.
Yeah, let
So
me expose one canine for you,
I know. So I finally said, I'm not enjoying this. I'm going to get pigeonholed. I don't want to do it. So that's one thing I say no to.
Okay.
And I think I could make a lot of, I'd be rich if I did
I don't
it.
know how anyone looked at your website or Instagram and thought you were a pet painter.
I know. Yeah. Maybe they were just hoping, but they're like, well, you
I
do birds.
guess.
Would you please do
Well,
my
I
dog?
guess that's a stretch. Maybe if someone owned birds. So
Yeah,
what
but I'm
got you
not
into
painting your pet
birds?
bird. I'll paint a random bird, but not your pet
Yeah, you
bird.
can't know your bird too well. You don't want to
Right.
hurt any feelings.
Right.
So
No.
what got you into birds? Because that is, as far as I can tell, the only animal you've really focused on.
Yeah, and it's pretty new too. The first bird I painted, I don't remember why I came up with the idea, but I was a part of a show at Finch Lane Gallery
Ah, it's
that
because of the
another
name of the
artist,
gallery.
yeah, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. It was quite a while ago. But she organized a show where we all painted a square or something, like a 40
Hmm.
by 40 square or something. And I couldn't think of an idea. And I painted my first bird and was like, this is really out there for me. This is weird. And I loved it.
Do you
I
think it's
just
possible
loved it.
that it was subliminal because of the name of the gallery?
Yes, I do. I do. I'm
You
I'm
never
a very
know. It's weird how
susceptible
the
person.
mind works.
Like as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh shit, is that it? Is that what
It
that
totally
might be?
could be. It's so strange. The
What if it had
coincidence.
been an actual Finch painting,
I
but it
know.
wasn't?
I know.
No, it was like so I did learn though that it was kind of a made up bird,
Yeah.
because I was like,
Out of your
oh, these birds.
imagination?
Well, no, it was a bird form, which I had an image of, but
Oh,
then I was like, oh, instead of a yellow neck, I'm going to do a white neck or something. Like I kind of made up some of the details, and that did not fly. I mean, the person that bought the painting loved it, but then I started doing birds from that point on, and I would make up some of the stuff, like,
oh no,
and
you're gonna get some bird snobs out there.
oh,
Oh
they were
yeah.
not they were not having it. So
Oh,
they would, yeah. So I started now painting birds accurately
oh, you should
because
try being a Jesus painter.
I
Everyone
can't
thinks
even
they know
imagine.
Jesus.
Yeah, nope. I don't envy that. If I got taken down for birds, I can't even
Yeah, you
imagine.
get taken down pretty good.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I did a couple motorcycle paintings, and first of all, people only want their own motorcycle done, so don't waste your time. And then they need to know what type of bike it is. So I did this
uh-huh.
sidecar. It was like a really cool, and the only reason I painted it because it had the most killer cast shadow ever.
Yeah,
Like I was not interested in the bike at all, but it had this beautiful cast shadow that had
that
the
is
spokes
so.
showing.
Only a painter would be geeky enough
Yeah,
to get into
I know.
that.
I pull over the side of the road. I'm like, "Arr," and take the photo. But I got asked again and again what type of bike it was, and because I didn't know, that painting took forever to sell because people needed to know what type of bike it was.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, what about
So,
flowers? Are you pretty true to the actual flower?
no, I take a lot of leeway on
And
those
you haven't
too.
gotten heat for that?
I have not gotten heat for that because
Oh, surprising. Gardeners
no
are
one's
nice
actually.
people.
Yeah, people are nicer about flowers, maybe. Yeah, it's funny what our quirks are, right?
Yeah, it really is. All right. Is there any that you are really proud of that you want me to pull out here while I'm scanning here? This one's
Um,
different.
yeah,
What
that
the
was
freak? That doesn't even look
yeah.
like your work.
If you zoom in, it does. It just was big and there was so much
Holy
detail. There was
crap.
so much detail. The client was so patient with this one. It took me months.
Oh my
It's like the old
gosh.
Courier and Ives.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. So you can kind of there. It looks a
Look
little
at
bit more like my
that.
work.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got to go back and look at that.
yeah. So
Oh
that's that
my
tiny bit right there.
gosh.
I think it was 36 by 36, maybe 30 by 30.
Oh my
Yeah, I know.
gosh.
So I mean, imagine like each of those little stripes on each edge. But
You're
I mean,
remarkable.
it turned out really
Oh,
cool.
speaking of glazes, there they are.
Yeah, thank you for
I
noticing.
see
Yeah,
them.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I spot glaze, I guess, where I want things to recede
Yeah, I
or
see it
change
here
or
too.
change color.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see a lot of glazing. Look at that.
Yeah, the
I didn't
detail
realize
on
you
that
glaze
was
so much.
insane. Yeah, I glaze. I don't glaze my minis, my 4 inch by 4 inches,
Oh,
but I
that's why
glaze
I didn't
almost everything
notice.
else.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that simple transparent glaze at the going on the ellipse of that.
You mean
Not
up
ellipse.
here?
Yeah, right there. That's a glaze.
Yeah, I
So I just
see
took
it.
one soft brush and just went.
Okay, but you are using, you're not using bristle brush through here?
There probably is some,
Okay,
and
so
that's
you do
probably
use
why I.
bristle every now and then.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
But it's a very soft bristle. It's like a watercolor bristle.
Okay.
They're really soft.
Man, that is insane. It's insane how busy it is and
Yeah,
yet totally abstract. It's not, you can't even call it detail per se. It's just,
yeah. There's
it's
just a
so
lot of
abstract. There's
information.
just a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button. I want to see more details. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad you put details on here.
Yeah, I should be better about that. I kind
Well,
of
it's
forget.
particularly interesting for a podcast, of course.
Yeah. Oh, I hate doing like social media stuff.
Oh,
Like
so
the
do
first time I
I.
ever filmed myself doing something, it was such a chore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate it too.
Yeah. Yeah. But because we don't have a gallery, like it's all, I mean, we have to do it. Oh, that's the one behind me.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that one still for sale?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a great one.
Thanks.
Man, oh man. All right, so back to my original question. I kind of got detoured because of this one.
Mhm.
Is there one that, okay, well, while you think about it, I'm going to be looking here, but is there one
Yeah.
that you really would like to show off? Oh my gosh, that's
Um,
crazy.
yeah.
Okay, see, you are pushing the values a little bit in here to get you to look
Yeah.
because it wouldn't be that bright, I would assume.
Right. Right. And
And
that
even up
again is
in
one of
here.
those. that's one of those decisions where I was like, oh, this should be different, but don't touch it till the end. And then I was like, oh no, wait, I like what I'm seeing. And it might not be accurate. Like there would definitely be more of a shadow and not catching that much light coming up, but
Yeah,
I don't know, I liked it and was like, no, I'm done.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
Wow. Well, that
I
makes sense
like
why you don't need good photos because you're just doing your own thing.
yeah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. There's a little freedom in there. There's a bowl of crayons that I really like somewhere.
Was that
Just
toward the
because I
top?
maybe.
Was it this
No,
one? Whoops. Was it this one?
no, that's the all red one. I have like a really colorful one.
I do remember scrolling through it on your Instagram, I think.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, you're so prolific. This is insane.
No, and I just feel like I'm so slow. But
No, you're not.
I heard you say you do one painting a year, so I
Yeah.
guess this does look awfully prolific.
Wow. Is this
Yeah,
it?
this one's fun. So this was 60 inches, so 5 feet by
Holy
4 feet.
crap, that's big.
Yeah, so each crayon was enormous. And the Springville Museum collected this one, so that was really
No
fun for me.
kidding. Is it on
Yeah,
display now?
yeah, it is. It's
Good.
upstairs. Yeah.
They have a
Um,
couple of my paintings, but they're only
I know I've
sometimes on
seen them.
display, which
I've
is
seen them.
sad.
Did you see their 100-year show? I think yours were in that. So
No, I didn't. Did that go up recently?
maybe last year. So it might
Okay.
still be
Was
up.
my
Yeah.
consumed or my that big old still life, that huge 8-footer, was that in it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I would have just been looking for your figures.
No, I have this huge painting. It's called I don't even remember my own names.
Oh, maybe it was up
It's
because I
huge,
was like,
8 foot by
yeah.
6 foot still life. It looks like you opened a closet to a total chaos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it's awesome. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
there's the
Let's see.
crayons
Oh
again.
my
I don't
gosh,
know.
look at that.
Oh, and that is super old.
It's
I've changed
wild.
my cast shadow approach since then.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you're blending.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
So we're scrolling down to your old stuff now.
I don't know where that piece came from because these aren't that old.
Oh,
But
okay.
oh, click on that mandarin orange one. Yeah, this was fun. Just in the like,
Mm,
I played a little bit for me. Like there's some scratchy marks and some drags and not a
yeah.
soft edge per se, but there's a I kind of like the distortion. Ann Jesperson down in Helper did a little show called, and the theme was reflections or something, and I kind of grabbed onto that and started playing with, I love that like that little distorted shape on that
Mm-hmm.
rounded face. Those were really fun for my brain
You
to
mean right
figure out.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just love how quirky that is.
I do
It's
too.
such a weird painting, but it was very satisfying because of those little quirky things.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've said it all. Oh, more landscapes.
Oh, more landscapes. Oh.
Yeah, these are great. Jeez. Yeah, I would love to see more of those, but
Okay.
you got to do what you like, you know.
I know. Well, this year I was like, okay, I promised myself that I'm going to do one landscape a month or something, and it is April and I haven't done one yet. So I just need to give myself permission to take the time.
Yeah, you're
So,
so good. You could make a living just on landscape.
oh, thank you. That's a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I would think. Oh man, that's freaking cool.
Oh, these were fun. There's four of them. They had me do all the same size, and they were all like automobile based, or there was the train, the ship, the motorcycle, and the car. And it was for this a business in Springville where they deal with like traffic or something.
Oh,
I'm not sure, but that was a fun commission. And they looked really cool being installed.
oh, I bet.
Oh, those
And then a
pancakes.
boat.
Click on those. Click on the pancakes with the fork. That's my
Well, that's different.
way different, and it's from, I mean, 2000. So even before I quit my job,
Oh,
it was just huge. It was the biggest piece I'd ever done at the time, and it was the piece I was working on while I quit to work full time. So it's just kind of a special piece. It's hanging in my kitchen, and it's
really?
not it's not even that awesome. My strokes are all smudgy,
Oh, you've
like they're
improved
all
a lot. It's a good
yeah.
painting,
Thanks.
but you've improved a
I know.
lot.
Well, it's not a great painting, but it's very sentimental, and that will show you the change in my boldness from 2000 to 2026. So
Yeah, that's
that's very
great.
soft. Yeah. It's-
That's great. All right. Well, I'll look at one or two more here and then we'll wrap up looking at the art. Golly, that is so graphic.
so graphic. Yeah, I
And
left
what a
that one pretty
great
good.
shape design.
Thank you. Yeah. I just was in it for the polka dots. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. And that one is 12 by 12. Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
size
it's
one.
small. Yeah.
Good size. I'm thinking as a collector, not as a
Yeah.
painter. I'm like, I can afford that maybe. Oh, this is different.
Yeah. Simple little guy.
And this
It was
is
that
from when?
that's
21?
yeah, that's not that old. And that was tricky. Like a shape that simple is actually a little bit harder than something more complicated to make it interesting enough.
Wow, that's really different.
Yeah. Looks a little darker than maybe it was in person, but
I like that though.
thanks.
Well, man, gosh, this has been so much fun doing this with
Yeah.
you.
It
And
was fun.
all I want to do is own everything you paint now. God, it's so good.
Thanks.
So much fun. Well,
Yeah.
so my final question for you, if you've listened to the podcast, which you said you have, you probably know what it is.
Yeah, I do.
What is one piece of advice that you would give an aspiring artist that you either wish you had or that you did have that was really helpful to you?
Uh, yeah. I hate unsolicited advice, so it would only be if I was asked. But
Mm-hmm.
I would just say a lesson I learned was just show up, just put the hours in.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are days where you don't feel like being down there, like you're not waiting for the inspiration or anything, just go down and gesso panels or paint edges or clean or something, and all of a sudden you'll want to paint. And
Mm-hmm.
don't take it too seriously. Like if we're getting to paint paintings for a living, like just have fun. It's amazing that we get to do this for a living. So just remember that. Like it's as fun as it sounds, you know. So I would just say enjoy it.
That's good advice. Yeah, at
Mm.
the porch society, I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody and they said, being a painter is such a stupid job. Why do we
Oh,
take ourselves so seriously? All we do is smear mud around on a canvas and
yeah.
then sell them for over people's couches. I mean, if you
Yeah.
think of it that way, it's really hard to take yourself too seriously.
It is, and it's kind of refreshing. Like you're
Yeah.
like, I'm not solving the world's problems. I'm not, I'm not curing illnesses or something profound, but it's not easy. Like it's a
No, it's
lot
a
of work.
difficult
And
job. That's the irony.
yeah, and it's scary and it's scary and hard, but it is as fun as it sounds. Like
Yeah.
you get to paint paintings for a living. It's as fun as it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what that he or she meant by stupid. It's just a ridiculous job. It's like the fact that we're able to do something that is really
Yeah.
nothing but pleasure. It serves no other purpose but pleasure for people.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
pretty remarkable.
It is remarkable.
Yeah.
And I feel lucky that I'm really lucky. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bottom
me
line.
too. Me too.
Yay. Yeah.
Well, hey, this was super fun. I'm glad. I mean,
Sure.
we've known each other for a while, but not well. So it was nice to get to
Yeah.
know you more
Yeah.
personally
And
today.
I'll expect you to come over soon.
Yeah, maybe today. Don't go
Okay.
anywhere. I want to talk to you about that.
Let me know.
But thanks
Okay.
again.
Thanks for tuning in to the Undraped Artist Podcast. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. And if you could, leave a comment or review. That really helps the channel. Please share the show with your friends, and if you're feeling generous, consider a monthly donation at theundrapedartist.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.